What is going on, guys? It is Blink here, back with a new guide. So in this guide, we'll be talking a little bit about editing your way out of bad situations. Also, the V-Bucks giveaway is still going on, so make sure you visit the link in the description to enter. And lastly, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications as I post an Amazon gift card code in the comments every time I upload. By turning on notifications, you'll have a way better chance of getting here first and redeeming that code. Anyways, guys, let's get to this guide. So, in this first example, I was fighting a player, getting close to getting the elimination, and I ended up getting shot from above. Now, I don't have any shield pots, so I have to be careful how I play out the situation. What ended up happening was that the player above ended up taking shots on the player I was fighting. So, what I did was wait it out. There are a few things I could have done. I could have either jump padded towards this opponent, which might not be a good idea, especially because I don't have any shields, and I have nothing left to heal with. I'd risk taking a lot of damage trying to take the high ground from this player, so it's not worth it because this player is in a very good position holding that high ground. Next, I could have jump padded away and tried finding shields or even an easier fight. This would have been a very good idea because if I had found another player, we're both most likely on the ground, or I can judge the situation of either taking the fight or not. And this last option would have been waiting it out just like I did. I had my sniper out and tried edit peeking one of the players. Had she stood still, or if I had a better angle of peeking, I would have confirmed the edit and went for the shot. Now, I never ended up having the angle, but I was able to wait it out until she left, and the player above killed off the third player that came by. The next thing you want to do is instantly go for the push because the player that won the fight potentially has low HP. This is the best time to maybe give you an advantage. So he did end up having low HP and I was able to hit him with one pump shot for the elimination. So once again, your best options are either to jump pad away and find shields or another player, or wait out the fight and instantly push the player that got the elimination. So, this next situation was an endgame situation between three of us. There was a player inside his fort and a player behind the tree. I have to watch out how I peek both players. By using the edit function, I'm able to monitor the player behind his materials while I'm still pretty low inside my fort. Now, I ended up placing a wall in order to shoot the player inside his fort. Did the same thing again to the player behind the tree. You have to make sure you're very careful, especially endgame. These players got to endgame, so they must be pretty good, which is what you have to watch out for. Now, I tried placing walls all around me to make it seem like I was building up. This is another great way of baiting a player that's not peeking out from his fort. You want to build a box around yourself and quickly edit your wall. The moment he starts shooting at your wall, you can confirm the edit to take shots. This is similar to the stair baiting method I explained in my last guide. Try both of them out in order to bait your opponent. If you're around two players, then make sure you're not tunnel visioning on one player. You can see I'm rotating back and forth between both players just in case one of them tries sneaking up on me. It did take a while for this player to take shots at my wall, but the moment he did, I confirmed the edit and hit him with a snipe. I was also able to hit him with an AR shot too, so he was very low on HP. Now, I had to push because it was an easy kill. Yes, there's still a player to my left, so you have to make sure you're building cover to your left too to avoid taking damage. Now, expect the push from the last player. Whenever a major event happens during the game, expect the last player to push. After eliminating this player, I instantly put all my focus towards this last player. He tried pushing me, and instead of trying to take the high ground, I noticed he never added walls in front of his stairs, which allowed me to easily collapse the structure, resulting in him falling to his death. This is why you have to make sure you're adding those walls in front of each staircase to have that double support. He analyzed the situation very, very poorly. Never in his mind thought about the risk of pushing, which resulted in him taking a loss. There's a few things he should have noticed. He was pretty far from me in order to push. He's also higher than 3 stories, which means he's taking fall damage. Being far and being high don't go hand in hand. Anytime you're far and too high, don't expect a successful push towards your opponent. What he could have done was push me at about 3 stories so he doesn't take fall damage, added walls above his head to avoid taking damage as I was holding the high ground. He then could have double ramped up and fought back for that high ground. The next option could have been to get into the circle and build himself another fort. Then, depending on what happens to the next safe zone, he could have played it much safer. In this next example, I finished up a fight and a player with a jetpack tried pressuring me. I boxed myself in to try getting in some sneaky edit shots. The moment he started shooting at my roof, I confirmed the edit and hit him with the shotgun. I could have also put a lot of damage with my SMG had it been reloaded, so that was unfortunate. I then edited my way out the opposite direction and made sure to build cover from this opponent. And you guys can see I didn't box myself in under this floor because this floor wasn't mine, so I'm not able to edit it to my needs. For example, the wall I edited to leave, had that not been my wall, I would have had to shoot it out in order to leave. This gives time for my opponent to shoot my roof down, resulting in me either dying or taking unnecessary damage. This also gives a chance for my opponent to edit the wall had it been his. So once again, try to make sure you're not boxing yourself in inside your opponent's materials. Now, once boxing yourself in, listen for your opponent. I edited my way out behind him to try getting in some sneaky shots. After taking my first shot, I made sure to build cover, that way he has no time to respond back with a shot. The moment I did that, he started shooting at one of my walls, which meant he wasn't sure where I exactly was. I took advantage of that by editing my way out to take some free shots at him, and he had absolutely no clue. So anytime you're boxing yourself in, you'll need to look and listen for your opponent. If you can't see him, then make sure you're listening. With just sound, you'll be able to judge what you'll want to do next. Well guys, that's it for this guide. Hopefully I've helped some people out, and a like and a sub will be greatly appreciated as it does help me out a lot. Anyways guys, thanks for watching, and hope you have a great rest of your day or night, and I'll see you on the next one.